Everybody good? Everybody ready to go? Everybody's good?
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. As you can see, we're up here collectively strong together. I have our Honorable Mayor LaToya Cantrell with us, our command staff, deputy chiefs of every bureau, as well as the Commissioner Tanisha Stevens, and Darlene Costanza, representing the Crime Stoppers. Today we come to you with some great news on behalf of some great work that was done by our investigators. Today, the men and women in the New Orleans Police Department continue to do what it is that we are sworn to do, and that's to continue to make sure that our city is safe. The New Orleans Police Department, along with the assistance of our partners, mainly the Louisiana State Police, U.S. Marshals, ATF, FBI, have executed search warrants this morning in connection with the shooting on Canal Street on December 1st, 2019 that resulted in 12 individuals shot. Yes, I did say 12. Initially it was 10. Through further investigation, we were able to determine there were 2 additional individuals that were shot but did not report to any facility or any of our agencies here in New Orleans. They reported it in another jurisdiction. Through further investigation, it was learned that these individuals, one, a 23-year-old black male, sustained a gunshot wound to the left leg. A second individual reported a gunshot wound to the left foot. That individual is identified as LeBryson Polador, 22 years of age, of St. Mary's Parish. Mr. Polador was captured on video that many of you have already seen, shooting his weapon right in front of a marked police unit that was parked right there on Canal Street during this incident. He is currently wanted for 10 counts of attempted second-degree murder. Also, we executed search warrants in St. Mary's Parish in which we identified and located a second individual by the name of Stafford Starks, 21 years of age. He will also be booked with 8 counts of attempted second-degree murder. Our investigation has revealed this incident is the result of a feud that occurred in St. Mary's Parish. Starks and Polador encountered one another in the 700 block of Canal Street on this morning, late night, early morning. Upon encountering one another, they began to fire handguns that they were armed with, not just striking or firing at one another, but also jeopardizing the lives of innocent bystanders that we had here for the Bayou Classic activity that was here for that particular weekend. These arrests are not the end of this investigation. This is very much so an open and active investigation, and there may be more arrests to follow. The arrest of these suspects prove yet again the determination that our men and women, along with our partners, have in making sure that the city of New Orleans, our citizens, and our visitors are safe. These arrests should send a clear message to everyone, not just the visitors or those individuals who came to New Orleans with this cowardly act, but even our citizens who elect to engage in this kind of criminal activity. This will not be tolerated. This will not be accepted, bar none. No matter how long it takes, we, as an agency, we, as a city, will find you and bring you to justice. Again, I want to thank all of our law enforcement partners, including St. Mary's Parish, including Iberville Parish, for their vital assistance in making sure that we brought these individuals to justice. Also want to thank our mayor for her continued support of the New Orleans Police Department and providing us with the resources that we have and need to make sure that we are doing our due diligence in bringing these individuals to justice. Last but not least, I want to thank Crime Stoppers, a valued partner in helping us identify these individuals as well. This is to let you know it works. Please call whenever you have any information. Please call. And to the men and women of the New Orleans Police Department, your dedication, your determination, You did not waver. I thank you. I will ask our mayor to say a few words, please.
Oh, Chief, you pretty much said it all, but the bottom line is this. People who resort to gun violence to solve a problem creates no solution at all. Only innocent victims, and it traumatizes our entire community. The chief said it best, we will not tolerate it at all. And I just have to commend over and over and over the dedication and hard work of our entire New Orleans Police Department. They lean in and they give it all that they have, and it bears results that are proven. So I thank you so much for what you do every single day. And we will be relentless as it comes to ensuring that public safety is the top priority in our city for our residents and for our visitors as well. And make no mistake about it, we are more than prepared as we gear up to host these numerous events in the city of New Orleans, national championship games, of course, Sugar Bowl and the like, even playoff games. We're prepared, but we will always have a unified effort as it relates to our partners, FBI, state police, DEA, ATF, it was named. In addition to that, Crime Stoppers. Thank you so much, Darlene, for what you do, protecting and making sure that our city is safe, our residents who matter the most. So thank you, Chief.
Thank you,
Superintendent Sean Ferguson.
I will also ask Ms. Darlene to come and say a few words, because I think it is important that everyone realizes how important Crime Stoppers, how much Crime Stoppers mean to us as a law enforcement agency. Ms. Darlene, please.
Thank you, Chief. And I do want to say, I want to echo the fact that we got a lot of information on this. So that was zero tolerance, I think, in the community. Said you don't come to New Orleans and you don't start firing into a crowd at a wonderful event that we were hosting here. So our board realized the serious nature of this. The callers called in, the tips came in. I want to thank law enforcement, all the detectives behind me who worked those tips very, very diligently. I think there'll be some tipsters having a nice, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, once the information comes through to us, because we pay on arrest and indictment. But again, I want to thank everyone for pitching in and being part of the team. That's what makes a difference.
Absolutely. They weren't from New Orleans and weren't from Slidell.
So again, as the mayor already stated, we stand prepared and ready for all of our major events that are forthcoming. New Orleans Bowl, Sugar Bowl, New Year's events, as well as the college football championship, and immediately following all of that is Mardi Gras.
Yes.
So we're asking you, when you come to New Orleans, leave your guns at home. Come here to have a great time, but know that if you choose to participate in any criminal activity, we will identify you, we will locate you, and we will arrest you. With that being said, I will answer any questions that you may have.
Natasha Robbins, Fox 8.
Chief, can you tell me were the suspects themselves wounded?
One of the suspects, yes. The first one that I mentioned, LeBryson Polador, sustained a gunshot wound to the foot. He did not report that in New Orleans. He fled New Orleans and reported it days later.
So you've arrested one and one is still you're searching for one?
We are still searching for one. So again, Crime Stoppers is here with us. If you have any information on his location, take advantage of that for your holiday fun, I guess you could say. But nevertheless, we do have the one individual located and arrested, but we are still looking for Polador.
Can you tell us about that arrest, when that happened, and where is he being held now?
So right now he's been detained in St. Mary's Parish, and we will be bringing him to New Orleans to face his charges. Again, this morning we executed warrants, search warrants, in collaboration with our partners at U.S. Marshal, ATF, and FBI, and we were able to locate that individual.
The advocate.
And just there was a weapon that was recovered at the scene. I believe it was not fired. Was that weapon on one of the initial 10 victims?
We believe so. We're still investigating it. We do believe he was one of the victims was in possession of that firearm. Yes.
Did he try to pull it and fire?
That remains under investigation right now.
Any other questions?
is the feud, I guess, in St. Mary that this all kind of traces back to. Is there anything that you can say about whether it involves drugs, whether it involves prior shootings, whether prior violence or anything like that?
Unfortunately, we do not know, but you know, this bears a resemblance to an incident we had a few years ago. Same type of encounter during Thanksgiving weekend, in which two individuals, not from New Orleans, encountered one another, but had been having an ongoing feud, and elected to use their weapons, their handguns, as their way of dealing with the situation.
So Chief, so Polidor was wounded,
Polidor was wounded. He
Where
sustained
was
a
he
gunshot
wounded?
wound to the left foot.
and then you mentioned there was a 12th person also wounded. Where did that person go to seek treatment?
Jeanerette, St. Mary's Parish as well.
And that person's a suspect, a bystander?
A lot of this is still a fluid situation. This investigation is very much so active and ongoing, so we still have some work to be done, much work to be done, but nonetheless, we want to make sure that everyone was aware that we have identified at least 2 individuals that are responsible for shooting on this particular morning.
WDSU.
Do you think there are other shooters you're looking for?
We're trying to determine that right now. We're still not clear as to whether or not these are the only 2 shooters, so we're still investigating that.
Anyone else?
Were other victims from St. Mary?
There are more victims. Some of the victims of the 10. Are you asking?
Yes.
Yes, a few of them are.
And we're known to the 2 shooters.
We're trying to identify and make those connections as well, and that is important. That is why we're working with our fellow partners in St. Mary's Parish as well as Iberville to make those connections and determinations.
Was the arrest this morning made without incident? Was it at the suspect's home?
Without incident at the suspect's home.
Fosse?
Just to clear up real quick, you
Mhm.
said Stafford Stokes is still wanted.
Stafford Stokes has been arrested. Polidor is still wanted.
Polidor's still wanted. Okay, thank you.
All right.
All right.
Thank you
you
all.
all.
Thank you.
Aaron, do you have a spelling for this for Polidor?